Pastor Sam Adeyemi said, if you think that you are El-Shaddai, then you will discover that your name is I shall die. Welcome to Aanu's Growth Series, episode 21. Wow, today's topic is titled Boundaries and Peace. I should subtitle it Black Tax. But that's just one of the things we're going to be talking about. So, if you're watching this and you are under 30 or under 40 or something, or you're not yet married, or you, according to Pastor Sam Adeyemi, you feel like you are El-Shaddai, then this video is for you. You should actually share this video with someone you think is going through this. You are not meant to carry everything. Man was not created to carry everything. Man was created to be a codependent being. You are not meant to be everything to everyone. You shouldn't pride yourself in being the major player in everything. You are going to burn out. And that's what this episode is about. It's about reclaiming your time, your peace, your boundary. Because depending on how we grow up, any of us, many people watching me are immigrants from a certain part of the continent, maybe developing to a developed world, or some were born in a developed world. Whatever it is, there are certain things that happen to us that make us feel like, oh, we're responsible for everything. Some people are like, oh, I'm the firstborn, so I'm responsible. Oh, I'm the one that graduated first, so I'm responsible. Don't get me wrong. This episode is not about telling you what you should or what you should not do. And it's not an episode or a podcast to make you irresponsible. This episode is actually about telling you whatever you do, just make sure you're happy with it. Don't go beyond your threshold. That's all this episode is about. Don't go where you are being used, all in the name of, oh, they are my friends, they are my family, I'm going to feel left out. And you keep doing things that are hurting you emotionally. You are doing things that are hurting you personally. You are doing things that will hurt your finances. It's not right. It's not a good place to be. It's not a good way to live. Create boundaries and protect your peace. You're going to hear that a lot from me. This is one thing that has happened to me multiple times over. If you know my story, I don't know if I shared in any of those episodes, maybe you would understand. I grew up wanting to feel accepted, wanting to belong, because I came out from a broken home, broken in the sense that my mom and my dad split apart when I was 8, and it was very bad. It was brutal, right? And a whole lot of it happened to me. I don't want to go into that, maybe in another episode, probably the next episode, but I have felt it before. I have felt the need to be able to help everybody before, until I had to create my boundaries and I started having peace. Well, God is the only one that can give you peace anyways, but you should also try as much as possible to keep that peace that God has given you. You shouldn't be more tired than you are. No. Many people are stressed, they are overwhelmed, they are emotionally drained, not because life is hard, not because their life is hard, but because they don't have boundaries. They are accessible to everyone. You will wear yourself out. Even the Bible talked about Moses. Moses was attending to everyone. Jethro, his father-in-law, came and said, you will kill yourself. You attending to everybody, you being everybody's El-Shaddai, playing God in their life, would make you I shall die. The exhaustion is not from your workload, it is from your lack of limits. And let me tell you something now. If you don't have limits, you will discover eventually later in life that you are unwise. I don't want to use the word foolish or fool, but you will discover that you have been unwise in handling certain things. What are boundaries? Boundaries are not you being proud. No. They are not you being arrogant. They are you having healthy limits. That's just what boundaries are. If you are in a relationship, like you're dating someone, you're seeing someone, and that person doesn't value you, even though, yeah, we are supposed to be in a relationship, we are supposed to be, you need to protect your boundaries. I'm sorry to say I'm not a marriage counselor, but even in marriage, there are boundaries. It's just that in marriage, you need to communicate it clearly. To say, I have a red line. You get, I have a red line. Don't cross it. If you cross it, you're going to make me unhappy. I may not be able to do anything about it, but you are making me unhappy. That is boundaries. Protect your boundaries. I remember I was discussing with my friend about 2 weeks ago, and she was saying, oh, the movie behind the scenes, siblings watched it, and when our siblings watched it, they started calling her, oh no, you're doing a lot for us, you're doing this, you're doing that, and everything, and she felt appreciated. And I just looked at it, I'm like, I was looking at it from another angle. I'm like, you shouldn't even be in that position in the first place. You shouldn't be El-Shaddai. But that's not my call. And again, like I said, I'm not stopping you from helping. I'm not stopping you from being anything to anyone. I'm just saying you should be happy. Be happy with what you do. And I'm not even saying you shouldn't sacrifice. I literally emptied my bank account to buy a house for my mom. So I'm not saying you shouldn't sacrifice, right? I'm just saying be happy. Do it at your own time. Everyone has got God, and God is going to sort everyone out. Do the little you can do and leave the rest for God. I'm not also saying you should be irresponsible. No. See, when it comes to this topic of black tax, I've spoken to a lot of people about it. They feel guilty when they say no. And this is what happens. Their family member comes and says, you are proud, right? You are proud because you are the one God has chosen to bless among us. That is pure blackmail. That is pure. You shouldn't do that to anybody. The fact that God has decided to favor someone, see, God will favor you, but it takes capacity to keep what God has given you. If you decide to give all your money out, sorry, I'm being emotional, and you are not saving for yourself, and you are not thinking about your family, I have heard of people, they would leave their own families in hunger to go and sort a problem in the village. Like, what is wrong with you? Who does that? Your family is your first responsibility, for Christ's sake. Like I said, I'm becoming emotional, but this topic kind of hits home. Keep your boundaries. The movie, there was one scene in that movie that I just quickly watched, and somebody was crying. The sister, I think the other sister was crying. And if God had decided to give me enough money like you have, I wouldn't be here begging. Are you kidding me? Well, that's topic for another day. The good thing about life is God has given everyone the ability to do something. And I think many people are just pure entitled. Like, I have had someone that asked me for money, and I said I was going to give them part of it, and the person got angry. I'm like, really? What is the basis for your anger? Do you even know my own financial situation? The fact that, thank God, I have some money to throw around, number one, does not mean I don't have responsibilities. Number two, does not mean you are the only person I have to cater for. So I have to break it so that it can go round. So why are you angry? You don't even know how I make money. You don't know how I work. You don't know how many nights I don't sleep so that I can make money. And you are angry that I didn't give you money. That is pure selfishness. And there is a lot of it going around, especially from where I come from. And this is me just even toning it down because I'm on a public platform. If I was talking to someone privately, I know what I would say. See, there is not, if you cannot afford it, you cannot afford it. I'm not saying you should be, like I said, I emptied my bank account to buy a house for my mom. So I'm not saying you shouldn't do. I'm saying do it when it makes you happy. I emptied my bank account for my mom because it's always been my dream to buy a house for my mom. And I looked at my account, I discovered I had the money. I'm like, let's do it, right? But if they now start if your folks or your family members or your friends, there are friends that would say, oh, we went to the same university together, we were suffering together, and all of a sudden you have become big, you are becoming proud. It is not pride, it is boundaries. And like I said, it doesn't mean, don't take my video as an excuse to become proud. I'm just saying, set your boundaries. Why does setting boundaries feel so hard? Many people, they see it as hard because they don't want to lose the relationship. They don't want to be blackmailed, because blackmail will make them say, what happens in blackmail is, you are not a part of us. Do your thing. So you are now living in VGC and be living in your VGC. And so you now have a house in Asokoro, be living there. You get, these things are all blackmail, right? Fear of being seen as bad. Many of us, we worry about our brand image, which is good, right? But again, see, you will not die in Jesus' name. But if you continue this way, number one, you would land in emotional crisis. Number two, you would, God forbid, that you harm yourself. Don't hurt yourself. I have been there. I had to tail back. I literally started owing money for family at a point in my life, and the next thing I heard when I became broke just for a short moment in my life was, what is he using his money for? I'm like, really? I gave you the money. So why are you saying what? So people feel like you have all the money, and what you give them is just a tiny percentage of it. So when they ask for more, they feel like you have a well of money or of funds somewhere, and they just, okay, yeah, we heard that you fly private jets. Okay, I don't fly private jets, by the way, I'm just using an example. We heard that you fly private jet. So why are we asking you for $1,000 and you are negotiating it? Why are you like this? This is not how family is supposed to be. Fear of disappointing people. See, you will disappoint people in life. No matter how good you are, you will disappoint people. Someone said, and he stuck to me, he said, I'm not called to be nice. If I want to be nice, I'll be selling ice cream. But even those that sell ice cream, they don't keep all their customers happy. Ask the people in service-based business. They don't always keep their customers happy. So the fear of this, the fear of that makes people not want to keep boundaries. I think, yes, it's worth it, is a legitimate one, but don't let it keep you. Treat your boundary as more important, because it is when you are in health that you will be there for these people. It is when you are in health that you will be there for your spouse, for your boyfriend, for your girlfriend. Anyone, in short, if you are in a relationship and you are not married and someone is gaslighting you, I'm just going to say it, leave that person. Leave that. You can cut this video and send it to the boyfriend or to the girlfriend. No one relationship is supposed to be full of mutual respect. You can't come here and be gaslighting me. I've had a whole lot of that in my life. You can't come here and be gaslighting me and still be expecting me to be smiling when you are speaking. For what? You'd have someone come to you and say, no, you are good for nothing. Like, if you were good enough, you wouldn't be at this level you are, and everything. They would say all of those bad things and then come back and say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what? What were you using your brain for when you were saying all those things? I'm becoming emotional again. Burnouts. What happens when you have no boundaries? I said it already. Burnout, it is real. Resentment. You start either hating yourself or hating the situation, or any situation that looks like it, or hating the person. You start resenting. These people are here again. Why? See, there was a time in my life, right, when if I woke up in the morning, I woke up to at least 5 requests. Guess what I did? I changed my phone. I changed my phone. So now I have 2 phones. One of my cousins, he gave someone my number, the one I don't want anybody to have. I screamed at him, why did you give them my number? See, that's just how life is. I don't want to hate you, because imagine someone asked me for money. I gave them half of it, and they replied me with a proverb that I'm going to say thank you just because I'm supposed to say thank you. Are you kidding me? I don't want to have resentment, so I keep my boundaries. I'm an open book, but it is hard to reach me. It's a paradox. Ask God how it's done. Loss of focus. You are not able to concentrate. You can't even be there for the people. You are not able to concentrate. Loss of focus, among other things. Emotional instability. This one is real. It took me a very long time to realize that mental health issues are real. Based on where I came, how I grew up and everything. When I was growing up, we didn't even have adequate physical health care. We're now talking about mental health care. It was almost impossible. Thank God for this generation. You have therapists and all of those things there, right? Thank God for it. But mental health is real. I almost fell into depression at one point in my life. Like, I had to ask God, like, this money you have given me, is it a curse? Because it now looked like that's what they used to hurt me emotionally the most. Before the Holy Spirit now had to tell me that, see, an open wound is an open wound, right? The same way you can have an open wound on your flesh is the same way you can have an open wound on your mind. And if you allow somebody to keep hurting that open wound in your mind, it's gonna keep turning to bigger and bigger injuries. So what you should do is to keep yourself until that wound has healed. Or else, if you say because you want to please someone or you want to be there for the person, you will end up with a whole lot of injuries that you will become unstable. And that was what saved me. If you don't set your boundaries, people set them for you. 3 types of boundaries you need. Number 1, time boundaries. Who gets your time? I don't pick calls anyhow. Like one of my elder brothers, he told me something. He said, if you pick every call that comes to your phone, then you're an unserious person. You don't have what you're doing with your time. So he was saying it jokingly, and that thing stuck. Till today, I don't pick calls easily. I don't pick calls. I decide who I give my time to. If you want to have all of my time, come and see me in church on Sunday. I'm a pastor. I will give you all of the time. But during the week, it is very difficult for you to get my time. Of course, I am busy, right? Say, I can count the number of people I talk to every week. Like, I'm a very social person, right? I chat more. To talk on phone, no. It's quite difficult. How much of your time is very finite. Guard it. The other one is emotional boundaries. What do you agree to carry? What you don't agree to carry. You should be able to partition your mind. Right? And say, this one I can handle, this one I cannot handle. A nagging girlfriend, no, I cannot handle. A gaslighting boyfriend, no, I cannot handle. Thank God we're not married, even if we've been dating for 4 years or 3 years or 5 years, or we are Lord of the Rings. I will walk away peacefully. The third one is relational boundaries. Not everybody gets the same level of access to you. Joshua Selman was saying someday that people will come to you, are you not a man of God? Why are you this? Why are you that? He said, the people that get to see me, do you know what they have invested in my life? That is the truth. This life is give and take. It's symbiotic. If you make life parasitic, they will parasite you away. Make sure the ones that you give access to your time are symbiotic, and that is me. If you are becoming parasitic, you will be at arm's length. In short, in terms of relations, there are some people that are arm's length, there are some people that are city length. They cannot even reach me at all. And that's just the truth. That's the truth. Boundaries are not rejection. You're not rejecting them. You still love them. They're still your friends. They're still your family. See, in short, boundaries could be temporal. Like, see your life as a phase, and I just need to focus to be able to get things done in this phase of my life. You can do all of that, but you are not rejecting them. You are not being unkind. You are being honest to yourself. Please, this video will help you. If it helps you find closure, if it helps you as what you need as your marching order to be able to take care of yourself. When I was working in the United Nations, we had a therapist, a staff counselor, and she said to me, what you need, what you are doing to yourself, because some things were happening in my life and I had to cut a lot of things. She said, what you are doing to yourself is not being selfish. It is called self-love. So love yourself, not because it is the quality of how you love yourself that you can get to love others. You're not closing doors. You're making space for the right ones. Everybody knows. Today, I have friends that they know that if you start saying what you are not supposed to say, I've disappeared. Like, I just fizzle out. You know, like if you are Yoruba, those Yoruba movies, they say ofe. I just fizzle out. Like I turn to smoke in front of you. That's how I do. You are not being proud, really. You are just setting boundaries. And people will respect you and value you for it. When I started setting my boundaries, it made a lot of sense. I was surprised that people started respecting me. Before then, nobody respected me. All of them, especially with money, friends and families, everybody thought this money that you own is all of us that own it. Oh yeah, bring it. Oh yeah, withdraw. Check. I brought you check. Oh yeah, give me the money and everything. When I closed the doors, everybody started respecting me. How do you set your boundaries starting today? Use clear language. I'm not available for this. Oh, I'm sorry. I have conflicting, my schedule is conflicting. I can't commit to this right now. You're not saying I can't commit right now. I can't commit. I'm just saying I cannot commit right now. Again, like I said, you don't have to be the 0%. Maybe as a drastic move, you just have to reset. You first of all need to reset. Just make a move to reset. If you don't have the mind like me, don't do it. Oh, you can gradually set it. If you have the mind like me, just reset. Shut everybody out for like a month. And then when you come back, think about it all. When you come back, you can now say, okay, this is what I can do. Especially, I'm talking family, I'm talking relationships, I'm talking friends, I'm even talking church or your social gatherings or your religious gatherings. Set boundaries. You are not El-Shaddai. Do what you are able to do. The things I do in the house of God, they are, number one, as I have the time. Number two, as God has given me the energy. Number three, as God has instructed me. Number two, delay your responses. You don't have to respond to everybody immediately. Again, you are not this thing. You are not El-Shaddai. You are not a prayer answering God. Give yourself time. Anyone asks for something, oh, I need some time. They will respect you for it and come back. Oh, so we're planning this anniversary for Baba Lagbaja. We need ₦1 million from you. We need $3,000 from you. We need this. Or I remember what time that my mom called me and said, why have you not sent money to this person? I was like, why should I send money to her? Is she doing birthday or did she give birth? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing. See, delay your responses. Give yourself space to think before committing. Reduce access gradually. Not everybody needs access to your time, to your emotions, or your personal life. Start reducing the access. Reduce the access. And this one is going to touch a bit, but get ready for the discomfort. Accept the discomfort. You may not be able to stomach it all now, but just tell yourself it's for the greater good. Especially if you have been emotionally hurt, you actually do need that. If you have been emotionally hurt, you actually need to give yourself that time. Wait to heal. Accept the discomfort. People will send you text. Your boyfriend will send you text. They will gaslight you. They will blackmail. Finally, peace is something you protect. Protect your peace. There's something known as peacekeeping force. Peacekeeping force, read about, Google it. Like my pastor will always say, Google it. Peacekeeping force, they have guns. They will talk to you gently. We want peace. They will talk to you second time, we want peace. By the third time, they go gun a-blazing. At least, if they are able to keep you quiet, and by any means possible, protect your peace. Peace is not something you find, it's something you protect. And boundaries are how you protect it. Access is a privilege. Is not a right. Access is not anybody's property. Nobody should have that. Well, the Bible says, honor your father and your mother, obey your parents in the Lord. So you do this with wisdom, right? But access is still a right. You teach people how to trust you. If you tell them this is what I can do and you do it, no problem. If somebody walks up to me, oh, we need money, we need to do this, we need to do that. Okay, this is what I can do. Are you happy with it? Take. God bless you. God will supply the rest. This is what I cannot do. I don't even act emotionally anymore. That's so not me anymore. Your peace is your responsibility. Like I said, if you don't keep your peace and you fall sick, they will say, we did not know, we thought he had. Do you want that to happen to you? Not everyone deserves front access road to your life. We've talked about all these things in all these 20 episodes, how you can grow, how you can make it, how you can do all of this. If you start now implementing this, you now need to be careful not to now make your life a public conversation. Not everybody can even get to advise you. Last week we talked about mentorship, right? Some people would drift away when you start setting boundaries, and that's exactly the point. It's time for you to start filtering. Everyone who benefited from your lack of boundaries will struggle with your growth. You need to grow, but keep growing anyways. Thank you all for coming to today's episode of this podcast. I hope it's been of benefit to you, and I'll see you next week with the next topic. Bye-bye.